There comes a point where it just feels so awkward and uncomfortable to even admit out loud that you want love. It feels like a shameful secret that you need to hide so you don't put men off and so that the people in your life, they don't pity you. And so without realizing, you can start to pretend that you don't care about the very thing you care the most about. If you're a successful woman in your 30s or 40s and you are exhausted by dating, scared you'll never find love, and unsure why you're still single, you are in the right place. Welcome to Find Love with Emily. I'm Emily Bucknell, and I am not here to give you more of the same old dating advice, tell you to try harder, swipe more, fix yourself, or wait for your luck to change, because you already know that none of that works. This is where we look below the surface at how love really happens, the one rule it always follows, and the reason dating has felt so hard for so long. Because when you see that, dating finally makes sense and love becomes possible again, even if it's been years since you've been on a decent date. So let's get into today's episode. I am so excited about this conversation because I think it's something that we don't really talk enough about. And that's how it feels when you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. You've tried everything to find love, but it still hasn't happened for you. And how embarrassment and shame, it can come up and it can take over. So you end up hiding the fact that you even want love. You do things like you tell people that you're just happy being single when that couldn't be further from the truth. You find yourself in situationships, accepting breadcrumbs from men that, let's be honest, are telling you each and every day through their actions that they actually don't give a shit. You laugh off the fact that you're still single by joking about how terrible dating apps are, how terrible the men that you attract are, or that you prefer cats anyway. There comes a point where it just feels so awkward and uncomfortable to even admit out loud that you want love. It feels like a shameful secret that you need to hide so you don't put men off and so that the people in your life, they don't pity you. And so without realizing, you can start to pretend that you don't care about the very thing you care the most about. So that embarrassment that you might feel about wanting love, you are going to feel that start to lift by the end of this episode. And it has to, because you cannot attract love while you're also ashamed of wanting it. And I remember this embarrassment vividly. I was properly embarrassed about the fact that everybody else just found love so easily. And there I was wanting love more than anything, more than anyone. I was trying my hardest, doing all the things like swiping on the apps, playing hard to get, worrying about my attachment style, trying to be the chill girl in my feminine energy that men want. And it still never happened for me. And the longer this went on, the more I obviously wanted love, the harder I tried. And just as that kept going, the more kind of exposed and vulnerable I felt. Because if I was single after all of that, what did that say about me? What did that say about my chance of ever finding love? And so without really thinking about it, I began to hide the fact that I really wanted love, that I wanted a man who chose me, that I wanted a committed relationship, that I wanted to be spending my weeknights together, having a cozy night, drinking wine on the couch together, spending weekends doing whatever errand type couple stuff that couples do on weekends. So when people ask me, and I remember the pit in my stomach when people ask me about my love life, are you seeing anybody? Do you have any new men? Have you been on any dates recently? I'd usually laugh awkwardly and say things like, oh, I'm in no rush. Work's been really busy. I haven't had time for dating. But the reality was, behind the scenes, it was the same kind of men who always kept things really vague. They didn't want anything serious. Situationships that meant I was anxiously checking my phone 1,000 times a day in case I got a 2-word text. Trying my hardest to have those breadcrumbs turn into more, and then long periods where I didn't have a prospect in sight. part of me too, and I know you've probably had this thought as well. I thought maybe this is just as good as it gets for me. And I wouldn't have called this settling at the time. I just thought this was how things were for me, but I was settling. And maybe you are doing the same thing right now, hoping that casual turns into more, agreeing to see where things go, even though you know exactly where you do want it to go, not asking up front if the man that you're dating actually wants a relationship, or being too scared to ask to know where you stand with someone when you've been dating for months, telling everybody who asks that you're not in a rush to find love when actually you are. And underneath all of that is the thought that never really goes away. What if love just doesn't happen for me? So this is what I feel like people don't talk about. There's this weird mix of wanting love, having that desire, but also feeling this shame, this embarrassment about the fact that this is what you want, because it just seems silly or vulnerable even to want something so badly that feels so unlikely to happen for you. This is what I need you to hear. Wanting love in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, 60s, whenever, it is not embarrassing. It is not desperate. It is not pathetic. It is not needy. Wanting love is human. It means that you have a big, beautiful heart that you want to share with someone else. It means that you have a clear vision for your life and how you would like to spend it. It means that you value connection. It means that you're capable of depth. That is something to be proud of. The fact that you want love is something to be proud of. What's happened though is that because it hasn't happened yet, you've shrunk this desire that you have for love for your life to kind of protect yourself. It's easier to pretend that you don't want something than to put that desire out there, stand firmly behind it, confident that it will happen. Because then you're risking like a shitload more disappointment, shame, and embarrassment if it never actually happens for you. So the first thing we have to do is change how you think about this desire you have for love. I mean, it's like any other desire that us humans can have for our lives. It's the same as the dream job or the dream house. When you think about it, you wouldn't be embarrassed if you hadn't landed your dream job yet, would you? Like, it's way more likely you'd be at work fully owning it, asking your boss or a mentor what you needed to do to have the skills, the experience, or anything else that you need to finally land it. You wouldn't be ashamed either for wanting a beautiful house in a neighborhood that you love. You'd be saving up to buy it, maybe speaking to real estate agents, looking at all the kind of like interior design inspo online, wouldn't you? And a big part of this is obviously because when it comes to a job or a house, there's this clear, predictable path to have it. Like, I do these things, I check these boxes, and it will happen for me. But with love, there are so many more emotions attached. And for so many women, love can still feel unpredictable. Like it's something you have no control over whether or not you get it. You can do everything that dating advice tells you to do, check all the boxes, and still come up empty-handed. Which isn't actually the case at all. Because love, it's just as predictable as the dream job, the dream house. But it's only when you stop looking to dating advice to give you the steps to follow to find love that it can happen for you, because that has sent you in the wrong direction. You have been ticking the wrong boxes without realizing. Instead, check like the couple of boxes there are to follow the one rule love does, and you'll see for yourself just how predictable love becomes. And that starts by becoming proud of this desire that you have for love, instead of hiding it away in shame, embarrassment, fear. Because you cannot attract love while you're also ashamed of wanting it. Because, and repeat after me, love follows love. So when you're embarrassed about wanting love, you're not actually loving the part of yourself who wants that for you. You're hiding it, and love doesn't follow that. Love follows self-acceptance. It follows honoring and owning your desire with pride, especially something as wonderful as wanting love. You know, you are a woman who wants love, to build a life with someone, to start a family together maybe, to be there for each other. That is a beautiful desire. It means that you're alive. It means, like I said, you have depth, that you feel. It means that you're brave enough to want something real. And if you want to have that, you have to own that. You have to be proud of the fact that this is what you want for your life. Love your desire for love. Love the part of you that wants this for you, even if it hasn't shown up yet. And when you take steps to follow the one rule love does, and I'll get into what these are like really practically in a sec, then what happens naturally is that you stop trying to turn breadcrumbs into the meal that you actually want. You just say no. You stop hiding the fact that you want a loving, committed relationship. You stop spending months trying to figure out whether you're his girlfriend or not. You don't date the man who doesn't want anything serious. Instead, you ask where you stand with confidence. You ask what he's looking for. You tell them that you're looking for a forever kind of relationship. You let your desire for love guide your decisions instead of hiding it and taking whatever happens to come your way. And if me saying this has you feeling all the like scary, holy shit, I cannot imagine having those conversations with men, like actually asking a man where I stand or telling someone that I'm looking for a real relationship, like that is okay. It is totally understandable right now. It just means that you don't fully believe that you can find love, that you can have this desire. And that is the real root of all of this. Because what it means is that not having love, it feels more familiar, more comfortable than actually having it. And so without realizing, you gravitate towards the same situationships, the same inconsistent men. You hide yourself from what you really want. You've probably heard people say you pick the familiar hell over the unfamiliar heaven. So that belief that like love is never going to happen for me, that's what we need to rewire where it lives in your subconscious mind so that you fully believe that you can find love, that you can have the relationship and the life together that you've always wanted. Otherwise, you'll just keep hiding that that is what you want. You'll attract the same kind of men who don't fulfill the desire you have. Men who want to see how things go, who don't want anything serious. Men who you'll cling to in the hope they'll eventually give you what they want when they see how incredible you are. All the while just feeling totally unseen, plain sad, that again, you've attracted something that is nowhere near what you wanted. Think of it this way. If you knew 100% that finding love was a given for you, wouldn't you be 1,000,000 times more confident in going after it? Wouldn't it be so much easier to say up front to men that you want love? Wouldn't it be so much easier to stop accepting whatever comes your way because you're scared that nothing else will? This is how everything changes for you. Even now, doesn't it just feel lighter, like better? Imagine being able to say with absolute certainty and pride, yes, I want a loving, committed relationship, knowing that it is meant for you. Freaking powerful, isn't it? It feels honest. It feels expansive, doesn't it? So there's something that I want you to do after you finish listening, or even now. Find a mirror and I want you to look deep in your eyes and say out loud, I want a loving, committed relationship. And see this desire as something that is coming from a deeper part of you. A part of you that deserves love, that deserves to be spoken, that deserves to be out there in the world. And I hope you feel the power behind us, the momentum that is there. So now here's the part where we turn this momentum, this power, into the part where you actually find love for real. And this is a part, unfortunately, that most women skip and then nothing substantial changes. But that is not you, is it? Because obviously, this does feel powerful to start to say, okay, this desire I have for love is good. It's something that I can be proud of. But if the way that you feel now and your subconscious beliefs still contradict that desire you have for love, then your behavior will too, and without you realizing it. Like, as long as you're not following the one rule love does, then you can want it, you can be proud that you want it, but it still won't happen for you. And this is why the work that we do inside Attract Your Man is so bloody essential if you want love. You know, it's where we put all of what I've been talking about into practice. So it is locked in. It is just what you naturally do. And so love finally happens easily for you. We make sure that the way that you feel, what you think and believe actually matches love. Because when how you feel, what you think and believe are loving, love follows. Simple as that. When you linger in this shame, this embarrassment about wanting love and that it hasn't happened yet, the fear that you'll never find love, that it's hopeless, that you're powerless to change anything, that belief that love will never happen for you, that there's something wrong with you, that men don't choose you, then love stays out of reach. So inside Attract Your Man, there are two main things that we do so that you're following the one rule love does and can therefore attract your man. The first thing that we do is uncover how you really feel, like deep down below what you're aware of right now. Any desperation, the shame, fear, hopelessness, despair, frustration, sadness. And this is my absolute favorite thing to do with my students, because right now you don't actually realize how weighed down by all of this you are. Like, it is literally pulling you down, back, and away from love. And then we heal, clear, and release all of this using somatic and energetic practice that are so freaking effective. I still use them today. It's kind of like a hot air balloon. Like, when you release the weight, you rise. You feel lighter, happier. My Attract Your Man students say this to me all the time. Like, I feel more like me than I've felt in years. That is you moving towards love. Then the second thing we do is rewire what you believe about yourself, love, dating, men, and what's possible for you at the subconscious level, using tools like EFT, hypnosis, subliminal audios, rapid resolution therapies, among some other things. So you no longer hold unloving beliefs like, I'll never find love, that literally have your subconscious like holding on to the handbrake while you're trying to drive, making sure you never find love. We rewire those beliefs so they are loving. They support you having your desire for love, and that handbrake comes off so you move towards love so much freaking faster. And in doing these two things, we naturally change the way that you move through your everyday world and how you date. So loving decisions like saying no to breadcrumbs, turning down your ex when he texts you at 10 p.m., they aren't forced. It's something that you naturally do, you find easy to do. You become the woman who doesn't have to try to be confident in love. Like, you expect love, you choose well, you follow the one rule love does naturally, and so love happens easily for you. You attract your man. This is what gives you the confidence and conviction to date, saying, I'm here to find love. To be honest and open that you have this beautiful desire for your life. You treat it as something to be proud of instead of hiding it and hoping it somehow finds you, because it can't. Remember, love doesn't follow shame, embarrassment, fear, or confusion. It responds to love, always. So if you've been listening today and you felt what I've been saying, and like I have felt it all saying it, and you want to drop like that embarrassment, the fear you have around wanting love, so you feel just as confident in this desire as you might feel about landing your dream job or dream house one day, then check the boxes to find love that I was talking about before, because they do exist. You'll find them inside Attract Your Man, and like, you will love Attract Your Man. Because I know literally from my own experience, it can feel really scary to fully stand behind your desire for love, to own it, to speak it, to put it out there all on the table. So you're not actually doing this alone inside Attract Your Man. I'm there to guide you every step of the way. But even more importantly, everything that we do is designed to give you a really solid base so you feel supported, that you can stand on your own and you can run towards love. So go check out Attract Your Man now. The link is in the show notes, and reach out to me anytime on Instagram if you have questions. Remember, love follows love. So the moment you stop being embarrassed that you want it, that is the moment you step closer to having it. Until the next episode, love always.